The highs in the friend group are the clowns, the one that like making jokes, the one that people like in general. Always has this energy around them. And then you have the shy one, or the one that doesn't talk. He's kind of the one that everyone looks at but doesn't look at. Does that make sense? The clowns are always the ones that people look at but don't look at. Does that make sense? They're kind of the same thing. I don't know if you guys ever noticed that, but they're kind of the same thing. All right, so recently I came across a video and he was talking about how not to be the punching bag of the friend group, how not to be the clown, how not to be the dumb one in the friend group. Because whether you're the shy one in the group, the one who doesn't really talk much, or whether you're the clown, one thing that you do gotta realize is that the clown and the shy guy, not shy guy necessarily, but the one that doesn't really talk that much, are really the same people. It's just one is more expressive than the other. That's a little frame you guys can put in your mind to really think about. Because as someone who is the guy who doesn't really talk that much, you know, maybe you can argue and say the shy guy, or you can be just simply the one that doesn't talk that much in the friend group. You know, the one that's kind of quiet compared to others. You know, you have your highs and you have your lows. The highs in the friend group are the clowns, the one that like making jokes, the one that people like in general. Always has this energy around them. And then you have the shy one, or the one that doesn't talk. He's kind of the one that everyone looks at but doesn't look at. Does that make sense? The clowns are always the ones that people look at but don't look at. Does that make sense? They're kind of the same thing. I don't know if you guys ever noticed that, but they're kind of the same thing. Long story short, I'm gonna give my input on how it is and how to not really be considered that person, because you don't want to be known as just the shy guy or just the guy that doesn't talk. No, you want to be that one guy who has that one thing. Like, yeah, he's a clown, but he's very smart, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's really shy or he doesn't talk, but you know, damn, you know, he looks good. Like he could attract people, the people that he likes, the people that he wants. Does that make sense? Anyways, number one, you have to have confidence, some sort of confidence, some sort of ability to simply not care what others think because of your own abilities. Hopefully that makes sense. You have to really set some sort of belief in yourself, because if you don't have belief in yourself, if you're doubting yourself, it's only going to be worse for the others in the group making fun of you, because in some way in the group it's some sort of hierarchy. Overall, the goal of the group is to obviously be strong. As a friend group, it's like a team. Everyone plays the roles. But the thing is, if you want to have that elite friend group, everyone has their own personalities, obviously. But if you want to be that elite friend group, you have to start from the lowest lows and you have to bring that weakness up into a strength. Does that make sense? If you can bring that shyness and turn it into something really good, you can bring that quietness and turn it into something really good, it's gonna make your friend group really, really something to pay attention to. Now, why should you care? If you honestly have a true friend group, like you guys are actually all cool with each other and you guys only want success for each other, if they're making fun of you, if you can't handle the group chat making fun of you, you will not survive in the real world. Like the real world out here, you will not survive people making fun of you. You won't know how to handle that. Now, if your whole friend group is filled with emotional people, you yourself are going to become emotional. Now, why would you want your whole group to be leveled up? Why would you want an elite friend group? Because if you have an elite friend group, it only means that everyone in there is elite. Everyone there has some sort of importance and intelligence, and they all complement each other. Now, for example, if I lack in strength, I have a friend who's stronger than me. Does that make sense? And this is very simple, very plain. If I lack intelligence, I have a friend who's intelligent. He knows more than me, so I'm going to ask him about intelligent stuff. I'm going to ask him, how can I be more intelligent? If I have someone who's stronger than me, I can ask him tips about how to be stronger, how to do this, how to do that. If I have a friend who's good at fighting, I'm going to ask him, how did you get good at fighting? What can I do? What can I get into? Honestly, having an elite friend group is probably one of the best things that you could ever have. And also, an elite friend group is also known as a brotherhood. Now, whether you're a girl, it could be applied to the same thing. If you have a girl who really takes good care of herself and you want to have even better health, ask her for tips. You know what I mean? It's the same thing about everything. If you want to improve your makeup as a girl, go ask a girl who's really good with makeup and let her know, what can I do? What are some tips that I could use? Number 2 is asserting your boundaries. Now, to assert your boundaries, you yourself have to have confidence. Because yeah, a friend could be like, no, don't do that, but they're still gonna make fun of him, because to the friend group, they're not taking him serious. Because he's not serious. Now, whether he's serious or not, he has to have that confidence, and he has to have that tone of voice, really say it with his chest, because there's some people that just say it and then it dies down. And then there's some people in the friend group that will say something really funny and then be serious. There are some friends in the friend group who are kind of just trolls. They're always laughing and always trying to like make fun of someone, or someone's making fun of them, or whatever. They're always the one that are saying something. They're talking too much. You know, they're not being themselves. Now, even if they are themselves and that's their personality, they just talk a lot and they don't care. That's just them. But that you have to assert that boundary, you have to have some sort of confidence in yourself. To gain that confidence, you have to have your own thing. What are you even doing? Are you even doing your own thing? Are you sure? Is it going to benefit you in the future? Or are you just working at some job and you're just going to college like everyone else? Like, what makes you different from the friend group? Because I'm sure there's a lot of people in other friend groups that are also doing the same exact thing that you're doing. So what makes you different? Number 3, choose who you are actually around in the friend group. There's some friends in the friend group who hang out more than others, and that's cool. Like, they just have more time to hang out with their friends. That's it. But if you're constantly being around those friend groups that aren't really taking you seriously, and whenever you ask for help, they don't really take you serious, because honestly, it really is your fault. The way people see you, it is your fault. Whether they see you in a negative way or in a positive way, it's always your fault. I always say this. Everything is always your fault. If you have somewhat control over it, it's over your fault. Now, does it mean immediately start going after the people that don't like you or disrespect you, whatever? No, because regardless, no matter how you are, how good you are, people are going to disrespect you. And that's just how it is. It's just how you deal with it. So when you're dealing with people who are disrespectful, simply stop hanging out with them. Hang out with the people who do respect you and that actually want to help you. Now, if you don't have people that respect you, then honestly, I don't even know why you're in that friend group in the first place. Why even be with people who don't respect you in the first place? So number 1 for that, I would say immediately just leave. I don't even know why you're just still there. And lastly, ask for feedback. Are you that scared to ask your friend, bro, be honest, do you think I'm attractive? Like, if a girl was to look at me, do you think she would think I'm this or think I'm that? Be honest with your friends. If your friends are actually respectful, ask them for feedback, because they will be the ones to tell you, no, bro, you got to work on this. You got to lose this fat. You got to do this. You got to do that. If you do this, bro, you'll be crazy lean. And the thing is, it's not just about feedback. It's about how you respond to the feedback. If they're honest with you and they tell you, bro, you need to lose fat, bro. If you want to get that body, you need to lose this fat. You need to stop doing this. You need to start doing this. And you say, bro, but I already do it, but shut up, bro. You're literally not there. So how do you have a right to say something like that? To even say something when they're trying to help you? Does that make sense? Because there's a lot of people that just talk, and they don't listen. They don't actually listen. They just keep making excuses and excuses and excuses. Well, why do you even need all of this? Well, honestly, that's for you to ask yourself. Do you want to be better, or do you not want to be better? That's your choice. But other than that, that's it for today's video. You already know what to do. Subscribe, hit the Instagram. I'll see you on the next one.